Très bien.
Merci.
Cool.
Okay, it is recording and I film that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
missing here.
Oh, yes, yes.
Nice.
Messy. Several days.
Long weekend.
Yeah, long weekend. Yeah. Ready for a weekend.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well, we are scheduled to begin about now. I was hoping we'd have a few more people, but we'll get going. We'll see if anybody ends up joining. So the goal of this session is to get feedback on what you thought about the OpenStack for AI whitepaper that we only just published on, what day was that? Friday? Friday, yes. During keynotes. So I have this Etherpad to collect that feedback and kind of collect any other ideas for where we want to go forward with the OpenInfra AI working group. So let's start with the paper. Has anybody actually read it yet?
My bad.
Nope.
Can you share the link, please?
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Okay, so
just don't know about it.
the link to this Etherpad is up at the top,
Okay.
and the link to the white paper is in here.
Okay.
What, I missed what you said, I'm sorry. What,
No.
you haven't read it yet? Have you read it?
Just don't know about it. Yeah, sorry.
It is like a 30-something page doc, so it is, there's a lot of information here. So if we look at just the landing page, you can go and dive into the document itself, and it is lengthy, but there is hopefully a lot of really quality content here for folks. So we cover some like core scenarios to set initial understanding and context at the beginning. And then we dive into the infrastructure requirements. Oh, cool. I'm glad you can actually kind of see. and we relate all of this back to OpenStack services that exist and what it's like, what support exists already for these things. Yeah.
No.
It's directly on just yeah.
So, we go through metrics collection and service models. That definitely helped. Thank you. Also, now I'm ready to take a nap. So, I mean, I was ready before, but I'm really ready now.
Do you have some cookies?
That would be great. I should have gone to get a cookie during the coffee break. I did not. Have you read the paper yet, John?
No.
Well, that's okay. Nobody else did their homework. So. Yeah. There's a lot of information in it, really. So I guess at the point that you do read it, if you are able to drop some feedback in here, we would really, really appreciate it. If there's anything missing, if there's anything wrong, which there shouldn't be because it was peer reviewed and collaborated on by the whole community. Well, the whole OpenInfra for AI working group anyway. So, I guess since people haven't read it yet, which, you know, you had 48 hours, so that was a little bit wishful thinking on my part that people would have read it by now. I guess the next main topic that I was hoping to go into is like what other resources would be useful, what direction do we think the working group should go in. So the ideas that Allison had were a similar white paper but focused on Kata containers. Now that we have this OpenStack one, and a different idea that she and I had discussed was doing like a series of OpenInfra blueprint for AI case studies or something in that space. Because like the OpenInfra blueprint, for those that don't know, is just the combination of using Linux, OpenStack, and Kubernetes together. And obviously that serves a lot of different use cases. And I, based on a little bit of the user survey data that I've seen, it seems like that is also supporting AI. So I suspect there are case studies and reference architectures we could collect specifically around that space, but what would be helpful for
The term Loki is not used anymore?
Sorry?
Thierry used to speak about Loki.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we
It's the same thing.
it's
obviously,
the exact same thing. We just can't use that acronym because I think Grafana,
You mean the Loki project?
Ah, okay.
yeah, the Loki project.
I thought you were going to say Walt Disney.
Oh no, yeah, no, we didn't get a cease and desist from Disney or anything, so that's nice. But it is being used in other contexts within kind of a similar space, so we now it's the OpenInfra blueprint, but it is what we used to call Loki.
They have Loki antennas for them.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so what other resources would be helpful? What other information are people searching for in this space?
Sorry, I was looking through the white paper.
That's okay. If you go to the Etherpad, I have a link, and
Yeah, no, that's great.
and if nobody is interested in speaking out loud, you can put your text in the Etherpad, and we can go through it that way as well. Because English is not everybody's first language, and French is definitely not my first language, so I can introduce myself and say where I work, and I can order cheese and wine, and ask for the bill at the end, and that's the extent of my French.
That's enough.
Where I was at, yeah, exactly. If I can order, if I can keep myself fed, oh, and ask where the restroom is, that's obviously important too, then I'm good to go. I guess if people are willing to access the Etherpad and add their name to this attendee list, that would also be great, just so we know who's here and the perspectives that are represented. Thank you, John.
I mean, so I like the idea of what you said there with the OpenInfra blueprint for AI.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense of sharing. These are the things that work well together. There was a really interesting debate we had in one of the Kata Kate sessions about how we make Nova and Kata play nice together better.
Yeah.
That's a forward-looking statement. They don't at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no shortage of work that needs to be done ever. But yeah, surfacing what questions or things do people want to see from the working group? Because right now, after having completed this white paper, our only active thing going on is these show and tell sessions that we are hosting, which I think are also really valuable because it gives organizations an opportunity to talk about how they're using OpenInfra to support AI. But we need more volunteers for those too. We've had 2 show and tells so far. One was Stack HPC with Humboldt University, and the other one was from FPT Smart Cloud about they're using AI to support banks in Vietnam, I believe, like a security sort of thing. So we would love to have more volunteers for that. So if any of your organizations are already using OpenInfra with AI, we have November available and December, and then we'll maybe take a break for January and then continue on from there.
I think 6GI were keen, to share what they were up to.
That would be great.
I'm sure Rui's up for that.
Yeah. Maybe, do we think that they'd be able to do November, or
Yes, a good question.
okay,
He's busy trying to sell things. So,
okay,
Yeah, I just really quickly scroll through the document.
Yeah.
A point that I don't see yet is about quick inference, efficient inference. So
okay,
that's fair.
NPU is a word that appears only once for cyber, and it's about training model is very important, but running them at scale efficiently, it's not about always using GPU also. So
yeah,
for green computing or all kind of reasons, optimizing inference with different class of NPU for LLMs, NPU for Visio, etc., could be a good subject also.
yeah. I think the green computing that you were talking about, is just an idea around doing AI sustainably is going to be really important in the future, and whatever we can do to facilitate that, I think is important. Yeah. I am trying to add notes in general, but if there are things that I miss, please feel free to add to the document. And we have 3 people's names in here, one of them being mine, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
On the inference side, the white paper's got a bit on VLLM, which is sort of covering the inference service.
Yeah.
But it's going to be crucial, right? Getting good inference.
Yeah, the usage of the infrastructure for model at scale, will be the next, could be, I'm not a visionary, could be the next wave of next improvement for the infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit above OpenStack.
Not that above, because
No.
you need hardware, you need the infrastructure to be.
Oh, absolutely,
able to
but that's all
manage
covered, in the white paper to some extent, I think.
Just quickly, I'm not sure, but
Yeah. Yeah.
not sure I'll get you.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think with a lot of the, like, it's correct to have VLLM here as an example, right? But it will be about, here's some examples of where people have found success with this stack that looks like this. So, here's VLLM, here's Kubernetes, here's how we did all those bits, here's how we did the bit. The Humboldt talk from Scott should go through actually, would cover that actually. A lot of what they're doing is on that side. There were some great talks at KubeCon, like in London, for example, like about how the AI gateways and the AI gateway services and the huge efficiencies that people were able to get with inference.
Mm.
The improvements are immense when you can actually get the volume of requests at scale coming through, if that makes sense. And I think that's where a lot of the efficiency gains are. Rather than, for example, everyone spinning up their own one in their own VM with their own GPU. That's horrendously wasteful. So having good inference services are useful. What I'd say is some of the security is an unsolved problem.
Yeah.
Bitcoin number 2 with AI.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's a good example of the kind of things that we might want to be doing jointly with CNCF potentially, right?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of overlap in those sorts of things, and
Yeah.
the collaboration we should be doing for sure, and hopefully it can do more easily now.
Yeah. Do you know if the CNCF have got similar kind of working groups to what we do in OpenInfra?
Yes,
area.
yeah, they definitely have like a sustainability one. There's their whole, like, Kubernetes in general is laid out as special interest groups instead of project
that's a bit
services.
different, yeah.
But I know the CNCF has a number of, like, I think they call them tags,
Yes.
which is
yeah.
like, it's like
That's pretty closest, isn't
tag
it, to
stamp.
what we're doing?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
basically the same thing. Yeah, so I expect there's a lot more collaboration and interfacing that we can do. Yeah, I don't plan to be at the North America one, but I hope to be at the one in Amsterdam.
Hmm.
So maybe that's something we can try to pursue.
Maybe we should put that down. Like, let's try and do a joint work out which fellow people the CNCF talk to.
Yeah.
It was really interesting in the Kata containers talk where we started getting debating about various bits that where we can work together much better.
Yeah. Yeah, because even within our OpenInfra projects, like, there's definitely more collaboration we can do.
But time.
Would that there were more hours in a day. Yeah. Yeah.
For sleep.
Additionally, that
Yeah.
I could have at least one clone. That would be great.
Yeah.
That would at least double the number of hours in my day,
Yeah.
which would be great. Yay, Hornet. Okay, yeah, I think that is definitely a thing we can and should focus on as a working group, is trying to collaborate more with the CNCF side of things.
There is a research, and there's a bit like there is a research group in CNCF that's a bit like the scientific SIG was as well.
Yeah.
So but this is a bit bigger than
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, the, like, different subsets and focuses, and
that. Yeah.
some things are more like vertical ideas as opposed to horizontal ideas
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think inference is a great example because it's one of those things where there's a lot of the vertical stack that needs to be lined up correctly and work nicely.
Yeah. And, like, for any smaller topics that really aren't small at all, like, we don't have to do a whole white paper around them. Like, if people have the knowledge, because that's where I maybe fall short, is I am reasonably proficient at herding the cats, as it were, but I lack the actual knowledge myself.
In what?
Herding cats.
I don't get this expression.
So,
Try and error.
more or like you have a bunch of people and they all are going in different directions, like cats often do,
Okay.
because they're all doing their own thing.
Mhm.
I am reasonably proficient at getting them to do one thing, focus on one thing for at least a small amount of time.
Okay, I misunderstood. Herding.
Yeah,
With
herding.
hurting.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not hurting cats. I'm herding.
Yeah.
That
okay.
is
It's an important distinction.
it is. It is.
The language barrier.
Yeah.
We should
uh,
love cats, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't love cats, but I'm not gonna hurt them. Not, no. No. But yeah, so we don't have to do like a whole white paper on any of these things. If I know of somebody with the knowledge, I'm happy to help facilitate a blog post or whatever. And if there are any blog posts in this space that are OpenStack related that exists already, we can figure out how to get them on our, like, and that is not the website, that's the schedule. This is the white paper and my, there, that's the white paper. This is the page. From here, we can link to other resources. Right now, it's just
Yeah.
basic information about like who contributed to the white paper and like some quotes and how to find our public mailing list, but that's really all that's here right now, and we can definitely include more here. This particular page is scoped to OpenStack, but if we wanted to build something out for like OpenInfra.dev or .org instead of OpenStack.org, we can do that as well. Especially now that the summit is almost over and we have time back.
That's quite a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make this. I mean, it is the open infra
Yes.
group, right? So
Yeah,
we should
exactly. Which is
make
why
sure we've got
we
the-
have the one topic of like doing a COD containers for AI.
Yeah. Okay.
But these things can also happen in parallel,
Yeah.
generally, depending on how much I need to be involved. Because, as noted, I don't have a club. Yeah.
So what you're focusing on? You're talking about Kata container for AI regarding what subject? Security, isolation?
Yeah, it'd be like
Okay.
securing your AI workloads. So AI workloads that are probably running on Kubernetes or whatever, containerized ones, having that additional isolation and security with Kata. And that is where my knowledge of that basically ends. I'm much more OpenStack focused than Kata
Yeah.
focused, so I'll be leaning heavily on their community for this. But I know that there were talks in this space that happened at this event.
Yeah.
So work, like, it seems like it's already being done, so there's definitely room for a white paper and like doing that, I hate this phrase so much, thought leadership. It just gives me the ick.
Yeah.
I hate it. But is like it's already being done, and we should help publicize that as much as possible. And best practices and all of those things that are very important. So that is definitely one thing I can do. But for specifically around OpenStack and the OpenStack for AI white paper, adding optimization or adding information around optimizing inferences, we can totally do that.
Distributed inferences?
Yeah.
Distributed model is it a thing that still exists or will exist?
Yeah.
Or it's a research subject?
No, it's actively used. You need to do it when your model's bigger than the GPU.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
makes sense.
completely noob about that. So.
Yeah, there's so for example, if you're using VLLM, there's like a tensor parallel, tensor parallel something.
Okay, so you have to be able to trace the context because each compute will render a token at
VLLM
different
deals
speed.
with that
Yeah.
somewhat.
Oh.
So essentially, like there's 2 bits to mention. Like one is multiple GPUs on one host.
Mm-hmm.
The other is the multiple hosts. So you need to use like some array or whatever it is to go parallel to
Yeah,
hosts.
it's a matrix of context.
Yeah, it does deal with that As in VLLM can deal with that.
Okay.
There's also the
So
routing between different models based on the request. and
may
stuff.
not be in the scope of the OpenInfra Foundation to talk about distributed inference.
I think this is where I was going with the vertical thing.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's important actually. In fact, actually, you made the perfectly good point at the beginning, which is the infrastructure piece. It makes demands on the infrastructure that it wouldn't otherwise. So if you do it, if you're using the GPUs in a way that breaks NVLink, that's bad for this use case, because that's what you want. You want to be using the NVLink between your GPUs to make that work. So it's not great in PCI pass-through, frankly. And equally, if you're wanting to do that distributed multi-machine kind of thing, that assumes a low latency connection between your machines, right? And we have to provide that. So I think it's one of those where it can easily feel up the stack, but it's kind of critical to provide the right infrastructure. So maybe it's a use case thing, right?
No,
It's-
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
infrastructure stuff.
yeah, it's important.
Yeah, that would definitely be something to cover in a case study, assuming it's being done somewhere. Almost definitely.
Yeah.
It is.
I hope we will
Yeah.
get something with the topic.
Yeah.
The only reason I know about all of these flags is because 6GI were asking, and I went to talk to Scott, who'd done this at Humboldt, who were also asking. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
But we haven't bothered with the RAY thing yet.
On the what?
The RAY, the inter-machine thing.
Yeah.
Most of the models fit in these massive 8-way boxes.
Yeah.
I haven't been worrying about that.
That's a not right now problem.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. We have plenty of right now problems.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is definitely good feedback. Yeah. Whose organizations are running AI with OpenInfra right now?
It just starts.
You just started. How is it?
Funny.
Funny?
Yes.
Going okay?
I cannot give you feedback yet because
Okay.
we just deployed the first cluster. Yes.
Okay.
So with GPU and we are completely new in this business.
Yeah.
We know OpenStack. We own some clouds already. So it's our first adventure with the AI.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a read to the white paper. Actually, I started yesterday night, but
Hey.
I fell sleeping. So
That's fair. I was exhausted after yesterday as well, so, and I'm sure if you're tired, it's a bit of a slog. There's lots of content in it. Okay.
Another topic, maybe I'm out of subject, but regarding enrichment of OpenStack project with AI modules for scheduling, monitoring, etc., etc. It
Yeah.
could be on the topic or out of the topic for this session. Maybe?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there are a number of OpenStack services that already support those sorts of things. But I'm sure that there is more that could be done to optimize to make it more seamless for the AI.
Some public or open source models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good point too. There was a topic earlier this week, yesterday, no, gosh, what day is it? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that talked a lot about the different like open source AI models, and trends in them, what's growing right now. That was done by Ant Group, and they actually have like a whole report that you can go and read about those.
I have a lot of homework to do there.
Yeah, don't we all? I think my to-do list as a result of this event is at least 10 items long. Yeah. I guess I will be curious based on the like next couple user surveys that we put out year over year, what sort of feedback we get on where the like sticking points are with regards to OpenStack and AI. One of the things in the show and tells that we encourage folks to do is include challenges. I just have like a template that I threw together that I give to the organizations doing show and tell sessions for the working group, and I think we're most interested in the challenges just because if there are things that need to be like smoothed out, we don't really know about them right now, other than the regular improvements that we're constantly doing to OpenStack. But I'm sure there are AI specific ones that we will have to communicate back to the community and find people to work on and whatnot. What organization were you from?
Ikari.
Okay.
It's that's yeah, that
Oh.
one big yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am unfamiliar.
Sorry,
I'm unfamiliar with the organization.
are you?
Me personally, I am unfamiliar.
I'm familiar. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a brand new, yeah, it's a brand new company coming from another big company, so it was like a split.
Okay,
And our business mainly is in LATAM,
okay.
where we own data centers.
Yeah.
And we built some OpenStack instances for some like private cloud
Okay.
for our customers.
Yeah,
And now we are requesting AI, of course.
yeah, yeah. Everybody wants it.
Yeah. Nobody knows why, the reason, but
Yeah.
well, some customers they don't know. They just
They're like,
They
we
just
heard
want
of this
AI.
thing and it sounds cool. We
It's
want
it's
it.
an enabler, so they want the enabler.
Yeah.
It's the fear of missing out.
Yes, the FOMO is real.
FOMO is big.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I was thinking about MCP.
Yeah.
It's a follow-up of my question regarding enrichment on inside the OpenStack project.
Hmm.
Do we have some? And maybe I'm out of the subject now. Do we? Is there some project regarding that? Because I mostly see some personal project of people's mind
Yeah.
doing MCPs. Do we want to standardize or integrate MCP with other OpenStack configuration?
I feel like that's probably something people are looking into. I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't know who specifically, but that may be an interesting topic for the project teams gathering that's happening another time. So the project teams gathering is happening the last week of this month. So it takes place the 27th through the 31st. It is a virtual event and it's free. So for topics like that, the agendas are all like community driven and community built. So like the OpenStack technical committee agenda is probably the one I would put that on just because it will affect multiple projects. So I expect there's already an AI topic on their agenda, but something like that, if you're interested in bringing that up, I would highly encourage, and I can definitely get you connected and registered and all that jazz.
I hope I can find my way
Yes, well, I
on
can
that.
give you,
I'm not good with calendar.
oh man, yeah, it's a very organic sort of event, very grassroots, but I can give you my business card after we wrap up here.
Okay.
So the last thing I wanted to say is that if you're not already subscribed to this mailing list, I would highly recommend it because that's where we're coordinating meetings and efforts and all of that going forward. Thank you for coming. Feel free to keep editing this Etherpad and adding ideas and whatnot, and I'll be around until the end of the day.
thanks.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so ends the things that I have to do. It's a really great moment.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Thank